Hello, good morning, all my dear students and dear teachers. Today, you are welcome to Grade 9 English. And today, we'll talk about a poem. We'll analyze a poem, Crossing the War, written by Lord Tennyson, Victorian poet. Before we start the poem, now look at some pre-questions given just above the poem. What does the picture show? What is the pilot leading the voyage? There are two questions. And look at the picture here down. What is the pilot leading the voyagers? I think voyagers means the people who especially travel in the sea. If you can see travelers in the sea also. Now, look at the picture. You can see just a ship here. It looks like a ship, and you can see the atmosphere, the environment, the time. The time it looks like the evening time, and you can see some cloud in the sky, as well as you can see the time looks like sunset. So dear students, we can just guess what the picture show the evening time or the time after sunset, and the ship there. Okay, the scene is not pleasant. What is the pilot leading the voyagers? So we can guess that the pilot maybe leading the voyagers to some place, to the destination. So we can guess now. Now we'll read the poem, Crossing the War. Dear students, here the war simply here means sandbar, because we can see this there. We can see we can see this like the sandbar, this beach of the sea. Now let me read out the first stanza. A sunset and evening star, and one clear call for me, and maybe there be no morning of the bar when I put out to sea. So the poem begins with sunset, and the time is sunset, and evening star has already been seen in the sky, and there is a call for the speaker here. The speaker is called by somebody. So somebody calls the speaker, and it's the evening time, sunset. It has already sunset, and evening stars are in the sky. So it depicts the end of the day. It shows the end of the day, or it shows the transitional time. It means the time between the end of the day and the starting of the beginning of the night. So this is the, and maybe here, maybe a third line, maybe there be no morning of the bar when I put out to sea. So here, no morning means complaining, weeping, crying, the bar. So there is no complaining. The poet, we can guess that here this is the poet. The speaker is talking about the end of his life, especially the poet may be dying, or the poet is going to die here, according to the words. And the poet said that it is not necessary to weep, to cry over his death. So he said that maybe no mourning, there is no necessary to cry over, to mourn over his death. When I put out to sea, means here put out to sea means it means just going beyond life. This means that we'll talk about the poem. We'll analyze, interpret the poem in detail later on, dear students. So here in the first stanza, you can see that the time is sunset. Time is especially this is the docks. The time is after sunset, and it is evening time. You can see, and there is a call for the poet, for the speaker, and the speaker says that he is going to see, means he is going to die, or he is going to commit suicide. We can guess that. And there may be no mourning, there is no necessary to complain, to mourn, to cry over his death. That means that in the first stanza we find the meaning. In the second stanza we can this is continued, and but so the tide is moving, seems asleep. The tide is very powerful actually, but here today the tide in this at that day, on that day, the tide at that time is very calm, that is actually too full for sound and form it is written one. So the tide here, the tide is not so terrible here. It seems asleep. And here the speaker says that we can just guess from here, but so the tide is moving seamlessly, too full for sound and form, when that which drew from out the boundless. Boundless means having no boundary, having no boundary, boundless, unlimited, deep turns again home. So here this is very interesting one. In the second stanza, we can the second stanza can be explained is the poet here says that the tide was full and is very powerful, but now it's not so powerful. It seems weak, and there is no form, there is no big sound of the tide, so everything looks very passive. Okay. And the speaker says that turns again home means here, home means very interesting here, not going home to his physical home. It means the world after death, actually the home of God from where we got born, and where to this place we will go after death. So here home, we can say origin of human beings. The poet means to say that. So here tide here also the life of our life. We can analyze that in that way. Tide means life. Was very his life was very strong. I mean, he was very powerful and in his youth, but now maybe he is old or he is tired of his life and he wants to go back home. Means here he wants to go back to the world of God, to another world from where he came from. From where he came from, we can guess, we can analyze in this way. I will tell in Nepali as well. अब के भन्यो भने फर्स्ट स्टान्जामा, डियर स्टुडेन्ट्स, फर्स्ट स्टान्जामा के भन्छ भने बेलुकाको समय छ, इभिनिङ स्टार देखिएको छ, घाम अस्ताइसकेको छ, अनि पोएट यहाँ स्पिकर यहाँ स्पिकर भन्नुपर्छ हैन, सीमा जाँदैछ, जान खोज्छ हैन, अनि त्यहाँ कुनै मर्निङ गर्नु पर्दैन, सीमा जाने भनेको वी क्यान इन्टरप्रिट इन द्याट वे हैन। कसरी एनालाइज गर्न सक्छौँ भने सीमा जाने भनेको उसको अनदर वर्ल्डमा हैन मर्न जाँदै भन्ने बुझाउँछ यसले, र कुनै यहाँ शोक गर्नु पर्दैन, रुनु पर्दैन, कम्प्लेन गर्नु पर्दैन। द स्पिकर इजिली एक्सेप्ट्स द डेथ, इट्स नेचुरल प्रोसेस हो यो डेथलाई हैन। सो द स्पिकर एक्सेप्ट्स हैन, डेथ इज अ नेचुरल प्रोसेस, ही ह्याप्पिली एक्सेप्ट्स इट। सो कोही रुनु पर्दैन, कुनै बिलुना गर्नु पर्दैन भन्ने हुन्छ भने सेकेन्ड स्टान्जा गएर टाइड, यहाँ टाइड भनेको लाइफ भन्न सकिन्छ हामीले। लाइफ एकदमै पावरफुल थियो पहिला, इनर्जेटिक थियो, युथ हुँदो हैन, यङ एकदमै पावरफुल थियो। अहिले आएर लाइफ एकदमै हैन, लेट्स से ही इज गेटिङ ओल्ड हुन सक्छ, अथवा ही इज टायर्ड अफ हिज लाइफ हुन सक्छ स्पिकर। अनि अहिले लाइफ त्यस्तो खालको एनर्जी छैन लाइफमा उसँग, र ही वान्ट्स टु हैन गो ब्याक टु होम भनेको यहाँनिर आफ्नै गड जहाँबाट ऊ जन्म भएको थियो, गडले नै उसलाई पठाए हैन, बाई अन्डर गड हामी जन्मेका हुन्छौँ ह्युमन बिङ्सहरू, अनि मरेपछि पनि त्यहीँ जान्छौँ भन्ने खालको। यसरी टाइडले यहाँ लाइफलाई बताउँछ भने हैन, यहाँ होमले गडको होम हैन, जहाँ मान्छे गडले नै मान्छेलाई जन्म दिनुहुन्छ र गडमै मान्छेको अन्त्य हुन्छ भन्ने खालको यसको सेन्स आउँछ। ओके, वी क्यान इन्टरप्रिट इन दिस वे, यसरी एनालाइज गर्न सकिन्छ। नाउ थर्ड स्ट्यान्जा हेरौँ। ओके, यसरी हामीले वी क्यान ओके, twilight and evening bell, twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. This is rhyming means है. So in the third stanza, it is so the poet uses some images poetले हैन, यसमा he said that evening now हैन, evening bell has rung, यहाँनिर twilight and evening bell, these things are images हैन, these twilight and evening bell they symbolize the death हैन, they symbolize approaching death आउँदैछ, डेथको कुरा गर्छ। and after that dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark हैन। so यहाँनिर हामीले okay, here it is the time of death, let's say अब मर्ने बेला भयो, यी नजिकै आयो, and he will never die, I mean he asks his friends not to cry, not to be sad हैन, not to be sad, no necessary to say farewell being sad, दुखी हुँदै बिदाइ गर्नुपर्ने छैन। okay, twilight इभिनिङ स्टार भनेको लाइफको एकदमै ट्विलाइट भनेको यहाँनिर डार्क भएपछि ट्विलाइटहरू होइन भन्ने डार्कभन्दा अगाडिको कन्डिसन हो यो आफ्टर सनसेटपट्टिको मिरमिरे उज्यालो भन्ने हुन्छ होइन डार्क बनि अँध्यारो आइसकेपछि डेथ भइसक्यो भन्ने बुझिन्छ एन्ड द स्पिकर आस्क्स हिज friends, maybe relatives, not to cry over his death and not to say farewell, being very sad. धेरै दुःख मानेर बिदाई गर्नुपर्ने छैन. When I embark, when I die भन्ने मिनिङ हुन्छ यहाँ. When I die, when I enter the world of death भन्ने मिनिङ आउँछ. So in the third stanza, के मिनिङ भयो भने he said that evening now, it means अब he is going to die. अब इभिनिङ बेल बजिसक्यो होइन मिन्स द्याट इज सडन होइन टु डाई एन्ड डिपर सेन्समा भन्यो भने अब यो चाहिँ डार्क भयो भनेको इन्डै नजिक आइसक्यो भनेको फ्रेन्ड्स एन्ड रिलेटिभ नट टु बी स्याड नहुन भनेर नै स्पिकरले भन्छ भने अब नेक्स्टमा आएर फोर्थ स्ट्यान्जामा लास्ट स्ट्यान्जामा फर दो यहाँ टियासो दो मिन्स फर टियासो युजियासो दो होइन फर दो फ्रम आउट आवर बोन्ड अफ time and place, boundary of time and place. The floor may be near me, for I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar. So in the last stanza, the speaker talks about, or the poet talks about that he is going beyond time and place. Physical world, but he has died. More than he has passed the physical world, this world. And and also wishes to see the pilot. Pilot means here God लाई भेट्ने face to face. When I have crossed the bar, यो क्रस बार सानो बार क्रस गरिसकेपछि अब गडलाई भेटेर है गडलाई भेटेर अन्डर वर्ल्ड अर्को वर्ल्डमा जाने भन्ने छ. अनि फ्लडले यहाँ आफ्टर वाइफको लाइफ आफ्टर डेथ पछिको जर्नी भन्ने बुझिन्छ होइन यहाँनिर. सो द फ्लड मे रियर मी फार भनेको अब यो जर्नी मरिसकेपछि धेरै टाढा पाउँछु भन्ने मिनिङ छ. अनि पाइलट देख्छु त्यहाँ मेरो गडलाई भेट्नेछु. त्यो क्रस बार क्रस गरिसक्यो यो फिजिकल वर्ल्ड क्रस गरिसकेपछि अब अर्को हेभनमा भनौँ अथवा गडको वर्ल्डमा गइसकेपछि यसरी नयाँ गडसँग आई मिन नयाँ वर्ल्डमा जाने र गडलाई भेट्ने मिन्स he has died and he enters the world of God means सबै कुरा एभ्रिथिङ फिनिस्ड भयो भन्ने बुझाउँछ यहाँ है. यसरी त्यो यहाँ क्रस बार भनेको यहाँनिर सानो बार जुन लाइफ र इन डेथ बिचको एउटा दिस इज वाल भन्ने बुझिन्छ होइन. सो लाइफ र डेथको वाल लाइफ र डेथको प्लेसलाई क्रस गरिसकेपछि द पोएट रिचेज द वर्ल्ड अफ गड भन्ने चाहिँ यहाँनिर वी क्यान सी द्याट. So now let's do the exercise. We will do the exercise given in the textbook, dear students. So here matching, let's do matching first. So mourning, I told you mourning, then mourning means what? Complaining or crying. Mourning means complaining. We can match mourning with complaining. The similar word is complaining. Boundless. So I have already told you boundless means having no never ending, you can say never ending, boundless, never having no boundary, sima nabheko, never ending, infinite, you can say. Twilight. Twilight means here dark's time, dark's means after sunset, the time after sunset, dark's, twilight. Embark. So embark means go on board. Go on board. This is called embark, go on board. You can say embark, this one. Okay, embark means go on board. I told you, I have told mourning means here complaining, and boundless means never ending, and twilight means darks. Let me match with the lines. Though means although, means though. Bond means boundary, and crossed means crossed. These are the matchings now. Now we'll talk about. And now see here. So it's very this will fill gaps with the correct words from here, and we'll find the analysis of the poem. We'll interpret the poem. We'll design गरिसकेपछि हामीले poem को meaning, theme चाहिँ यसको message we can understand. Now fill in the gaps. We can see here. And the first one, I notice in the sky. We have discussed हामीले भनिसकेका छौँ. I notice the sunset and evening star, okay, in the sky. The first one is here, this one is here. I I noticed the sunset and evening star in the sky and hear a sound calling for me loud and clear. I hope that the sandbar, okay, I have the sandbar here. Sandbar is here. Okay, now okay, next one is I hope that the sandbar will not be disturbed when I go out to sea. Means there is no disturbance in the sandbar. And next one, instead I want to be carried out. Now here we should we should choose a word. Instead I want to be carried out. Which one? Yes, on a tide. Let's say on a tide. I want to be carried out on a tide, moving so slowly it seems almost asleep, and which is too solemn to make a sound. So it cannot make a sound. That's what I want when I return home. You can say return here. The word is here. You can find return here. Here return is here. Return. This one. Yes, here. And then return home to the depth of the great unknown. Twilight comes with what? Yes, twilight comes with evening bell. Evening bell. Twilight comes with evening bell. You can use evening bell here. Yes, which will be followed by darkness. That don't need to be any when I go. That don't need to be any sad goodbyes. You can say there don't need to be any sad goodbyes when I die. It means when I go. Even though I will be going far from this time, the speaker will go far from this time and place to the world, another world, and place. So we can say on the place, floating. You can use the word floating here. Floating in the sea, floating. So here, floating is here. Even though I will be going far from this time and place, floating on the tide of death, I hope to meet God, who has been a pilot, who has been like my pilot in this journey when I have made it across the bar. So we can fill in the gaps, blanks in this way. Now let's talk about the question answers given here. Okay, now let's discuss question answers. Let's try the answer to the questions. The first question is, where does the speaker have to? Let me highlight the questions here. First one is, where does the speaker have to now? Yes, where does the speaker have to go crossing the bar? So the answer is the speaker has to go to the wall of God, or you can see the speaker has to go to the world beyond the physical wall. We can say, we can answer in this way. Very simple answer is the speaker has to go to the world of God. The speaker has to go to the world of God, or the speaker has to go to the next world, other world, by crossing the sandbar. The speaker has to go to the other world, underworld, we can say, or the new world, we can say. The speaker has to go to the new world by crossing the sandbar. It means, in simple word, it means death, the world of beyond physical world, far from this physical world. So the answer is the speaker has to go to the new world where God lives, where we can find God. So this is death. Second question is, why can the tide make a huge sound or create lather? Lather means foam. Pinch. The tide cannot make a huge sound or create a lather because it is very calm. It is very low that day. It's very low. It's very weak. Let's say the tide can't make a huge sound or create a lather because it's weak. It's very weak. Question number C. What do the twilight and evening bell suggest in the poem? The twilight and evening bell suggests the end of life, suggests the approaching death, suggests these two words, twilight and evening bell. They symbolize the approaching death, or they symbolize the beginning of death. They symbolize the transition between life and death, let's say. Okay, twilight and evening bell. Now the question D is, what is the speaker going without accepting sad goodbyes? So here the speaker is going to the next world, or the speaker is going to the other world, to the world of death. The speaker is going to the other world, we can say, underworld or other world. to meet his God. So here you can see it in simple words, the speaker is going to die, it means. And he easily accepts death. He doesn't complain about death. He accepts death happily. So here speaker is going to the other world, to the new world. And who is the only agent that helps the speaker to go far in his journey? Here the only agent, only person here that helps the speaker is God. You can say God is the only agent, or pilot. The poet has written pilot here in the poem. Poetry speaker poetry pilot भनेर लेखेका छन्. The pilot is the only agent that helps the speaker to go far in his journey. You can see, or God is the only agent that helps the speaker to go far in his journey. We can say, Now demand. Does the speaker fear death? No. The speaker the speaker doesn't fear death. He accepts death happily. He regards that, he understands that death is a natural process. So the speaker doesn't fear death because he accepts death as a natural process. He accepts death as a natural process. He doesn't complain. He is not unhappy. He is happy. He happily accepts death. So he doesn't fear death. He happily accepts. He accepts death happily. So he doesn't fear. Last question is, what does the pilot symbolize? The pilot symbolizes God here. The pilot symbolizes God. Dear students, you can understand more from this question. The speaker tries to say that finally good things remain with him before he sets on his ultimate journey to the sea. Sea is taken as something blank, unknown, and unpredictable world after death. Do you believe in life after death? So it's your own question. Is there life after death or not? Is there journey after death or not? Nobody knows it. Okay, nobody knows what happens after death. And these students, I will also explain. We'll discuss next article is there. This is about death, written by Sadhguru. We'll discuss that next day, dear students. So today I would like to stop the class here. See you again. Bye.